So students, since this week is Thanksgiving, I thought it would be cool for us to do a science experiment together that had to do with fall. So today we are going to be making erupting pumpkin volcanoes. So in the past we have talked about physical and chemical changes, and today we are going to see a chemical reaction in action. So we have also talked about solids, liquids, and gases, so we will be looking at those as well with the items that we are using. So here are the items that we are going to be using today for our experiment. All right, so first up, we're going to be using white vinegar, and this is going to be in a liquid form. We're also going to be using dish soap, which is in liquid form. And we are going to be using baking soda, which is in a solid form. And lastly, we have our pumpkin, which is a solid. As you can tell, I've already cut it. I've taken out all of the insides. And so when we look inside, we have a pretty clean pumpkin to start with. We're also going to be seeing a gas forming from our experiment. So let's start by putting a few spoonfuls of baking soda into our pumpkin. So we're going to be taking our baking soda here, and we'll open this up. All right, so we're gonna take off the top to our pumpkin, and now we're just gonna take a spoon, and we're just gonna take some of our baking soda, and we're gonna just drop it right inside of our pumpkin here. We're gonna try and coat the bottom of it here as best as possible. All right, that should be good on that. All right, and then next up, we are going to add in a few drops of our dish soap as well. So before I put it in, do you think that anything is going to happen when I put our dish soap in with our pumpkin? So actually, when I do put in a few drops here, we're not going to see anything happen just yet with the baking soda and with our dish soap. All right, so now we're going to pour some vinegar slowly into our pumpkin. So what do you think will happen when we mix the baking soda, the vinegar, and the dish soap together? So now we're going to see what happens when we start to put our white vinegar in. So again, we're going to take our container with our white vinegar, and I grabbed a measuring cup. So we're going to pour some right into here first. All right, there we go. All right, so we're gonna just pour some first into our cup. I'm gonna put about 1 cup worth in. So that's gonna be about half of our measuring cup here, since it's a 2-cup measuring cup. All right, so I'm gonna back up our pumpkin a little bit. And again, I want you to think about, what do you think is going to happen when we have the vinegar, the baking soda, and our dish soap all mixed together? All right, so we see that our pumpkin is foaming a whole lot. You can see the dish soap color in it. So we can still add a little bit more into here, and we can get another eruption. All right, so we're at the point where we almost can't even see the pumpkin itself. So that's pretty cool how that works. So in this experiment, we see a lot of foaming action to begin with. And we see that when we add everything together, we produce a gas that is called carbon dioxide. So again, in this experiment, we dealt with solids, liquids, and even gases in our end product. So when an acid, which was the vinegar, and a base, which was the baking soda, combined together, they produce a gas called carbon dioxide, which is the eruption that you see. The bubbles and fizz are a telltale sign of a chemical reaction versus a physical change. And by doing this, we just created a new substance. So I hope that you guys enjoyed our science experiment today, and I hope that you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving break.